All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to start off by giving all praises and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashim Hawashai, Ba'ashim Kakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Yasharala that rule well, and salutations to you, Akim, out there in the highways and the byways, preaching His word in truth and in sincerity. And basically, this video is gonna be more of a land back to the brother Mataza Wayania right here in Chicago, and what he was basically going into was that we gotta man up. We gotta show ourselves men. We gotta be real men, and stop thinking like children and all that. Cause Kevin, the man you see on the screen, Kevin Samuels was saying that he had made a good point that a lot of us men, Israelite men, really. I mean, he said black, so-called black men, but we know it's the Israelite man because this is how our men are. We're in a fucked up situation. Our men have fucked up mentalities right now, right? But he was saying that we have to stop thinking with our dicks and be more than just that. In other words, be a man and stop thinking you can fuck your way through things and that your dick makes you this and because you got this, because you got good dick game or whatever the case is, you're the shit and all that, you know. And to be honest, yeah, I mean, look, it, it feels good when somebody tells you, like, if a woman tells you, like, damn, but in all reality, that's not what makes us a man, you know. Here it is, Esau Edom gets more respect and more thing that more respect, shit. More women are attracted to him. Yet he doesn't talk that talk about, oh, I have a best dick game and so to speak. Why? Because he's a man uh, 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 above than just his penis, so to speak. And we have to learn, and as long as we have the mentality, we're not gonna become better, than Esau Edom. We have to let go of that mentality and what become men. And the best way for us to become men, the only way really, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans and speckled birds that might look like the other nations, but your spirit resonates back to the scriptures. The only way we could become men is through the scriptures. The ways of Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai. Nothing else can make us a real man. This world will tell you that this is how this is a real man would do this and do that, but that they'll say that a real man will bow down to their woman, right? A real man, you know, is always gonna fight. Just weird definitions, of what a real man is, and they're all fucking wrong, man. You want to know how to be a real man? Start with the scriptures, man. It'll hit every angle so that you could deal with everything as a man, from dealing with women to running a business to running a kingdom, man. You know. So I'm gonna get these scriptures, and I'm gonna start with this. One of the main things where you start to become a man, and that walk to becoming a man, is holding yourself accountable for the things that you do. That's what a real man does, you know. So we have to start there. Once we hold ourselves accountable and realize all the bullshit that we be doing, then hey, we gotta repent. You know, that's how you become a real man. That's the start of becoming a real man. Penis game or size has nothing to do with this. That's the mentality of a child. All right, of a kid, of a little boy. This is Isaiah 46:8. It says, "Remember this and show yourselves men. Bring it again to mind, O ye transgressors." You see? How do we show ourselves mind? How do we show ourselves men? By holding ourselves accountable for the bullshit that we do. You know? once we do that, you know, and repent, then then we're starting to become men. Then you could honestly say you are a man, you know, because that's what a real man does, you know. And this really holding yourself accountable, repenting, that's the start. Because then from there you're gonna start what, realizing your heritage, you know, applying more and more scriptures, so on and so forth, man. But it starts with this, man, you know. So we gotta let go of the ways of this world, and apply the ways of these scriptures, you know. Become that new man. Chip away slowly but surely at that childish mindset, at that old man, you know, because that is not gonna get us anywhere, man. You know, yeah, it might make you feel good and all that, but at the end of the day, what does it profit? Are you gonna be saved? Are you gonna be better than Esau Edom? Or like whoa, you know? You know, are women gonna respect you? No, you know, they don't respect shit. You know, so at the end of the day, it means nothing. You know, so let's become men, real men, like the scriptures say. This is 1 Corinthians 13:11. It says, "When I was a child, I spake as a child, I understood as a child, I thought as a child, right? But when I became a man, I put away childish things," and that's a childish mindset. You know, we have to put away all the childish like behaviors. You know, being over emotional, not being able to take rebuke, you know, having her head up our woman's ass, or just, you know, be a fucking, you know, pussy chaser. You know, we gotta put all this shit away and what, become a man, wary, and occupy ourselves in things that actually matter, that will benefit us first and foremost in the scriptures, in the word of Yahweh Bashim Hawashai, you know, but also in our everyday life, you know, how we deal with work, with jobs, how we deal, you know, in our diet, you know, exercise, all that it goes into you becoming a man, you know, and the scriptures hits on any and every of those points, you know. So hey, let's put away those childish ways that we used to deal with the world, and put on and become a man according to the scriptures, and apply these scriptures so we can maneuver according to the scriptures when we deal with our everyday life. You know, you know, when it comes to, you know, a soft answer turning away wrath. You know, it's harder for you to not react to something than you react to something. Women easily get into fights because what, they're ruled by their emotions. We are not supposed to be like that. You know, we gotta have the temperance, the fortitude to be able to walk away from a fight without feeling like you're a bitch or anything. You know, that's a childish mindset, man. Put it away and let's become men. You know, read the scriptures. There's other different points, way more different points, different angles, and different situations that the scriptures touch on, and how to deal with things as a man. Like I said, this touches on your diet. This touches on you know, how to rule your house, how to rule, you know, your kids, you know, to how to rule a kingdom, you know. So let's apply this to actually become men. So that, like Kevin Samuel says, if we didn't have our dicks, we'll still be more than just our dicks. You know, we'll still be men. We'll still be, uh, 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 of high value, so to speak, without it. All right, this is First Corinthians 14:20. It says, "Brethren, be not children in understanding, howbeit in malice be ye children, but in understanding be men." Right? So we have to be men. You know, let all the bullshit, it doesn't matter. Let's be children in it. Meaning, let's be ignorant to the point we don't know what the fuck, how to do that shit works. Why? Because it's vain and doesn't matter. You know. But in understanding, we have to be on tip top shape. Have to be on point. You know, so that when people hear us talk about, understanding, talk about the ways of Yahweh Shem Shai, they'll marvel at us because of how well learned we are. You know, and that's us being men. That's what makes us a real man. Focusing on the understanding and ways of Yahweh Shem Shai. You know, sticking to that, being fully learned, fully grown in this ministry. That's what makes us a true man. Everything else, don't even waste your time. I mean, the scriptures do say, "Be not ignorant be not ignorant of small thing or a great." But hey, don't waste your time trying to figure out and be an expert in malice. When we're not even a man in understanding. Forget all that. Let's be men in understanding. Let's be real men. You know. I mean, there's different angles and points and that I could bring out. You know, in how to become men. You know. Hey, the scriptures tell you. One thing the scriptures tell you what to have discipline. One thing that really makes you a man is discipline. You know. Hey, remember, like the song says, women just want to have fun, right? The spirit of a woman is you giving yourself to all your desires. We are not supposed to be like that. We're supposed to have the discipline that we have our desires on lockdown, so to speak. You know, a lot of these niggas in this world have that female spirit. That's why they constantly give themselves to their desires. No discipline, no nothing. That's not a real man. You know. So let's be men and practice discipline. Then the scriptures talk about that. Hey, 1 Corinthians 9 in the last, I believe, 4 verses. It tells you that. You know. And many other scriptures. But hey, we have to let go of that and become a real man. And the only way we could do that is through this word. This is Sirach, what's it like? Not Sirach, Ecclesiastes 12:13. It says, "Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear Yahweh and keep his commandments," right? "For this is the whole duty of man." So this is what a real man does. Fears Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai and keeps his commandments. Becomes a man in understanding, and in malice, he's not well learned. He lets go of childish things and becomes a man. This is the breakdown. Nobody else can if you walk according to this, nobody else can tell you anything. If anybody else, well, that's not a man. This is how. Well, no, it isn't. You cut him with the scriptures. This is the only way we could become a man. Fearing Yahweh Shem Hashai and keeping his commandments. You do that, you will be a real man, and we won't just be, we won't just be exhorted, so to speak, or praised just for our dicks, you know. But I believe I made my point. Hopefully you bro were edified. Let's it's easier said than done. It's easier said than done, but um we have to strive. We have to strive and become that new man. That it actually is a man. You know, and we'll know. We all have different faults and all that. Like, oh man, we might deal with we might deal with like a man according to the scriptures in this situation, but in another situation we might be still have some trouble. But if we know that, then hey, you know whatever scriptures apply for us to better ourselves in that situation or in that aspect, let's apply it and do it so that we could be as manly as possible, so to speak. Or become the best man out there, so to speak, or just become a real man finally. You know, because we haven't had real men right here in the earth for a long time, man. You know, because the truth was hidden. And this is the only thing that makes us a man. You know. So with that, I'm gonna end it by giving all praise and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashim Hawashai, Ba'ashim Rakakorash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Yesharala that rule well, and salutations to Yakim out there in the highways and the byways, preaching His word in truth and in sincerity. Shalom, Abba.